Hello, Miss Jaixen, embryology scientist. How are you today? I hope you're doing really well. I really am sad that I had to take the incubator out of your classroom early and we all dismissed for a little while. But what's next best is doing this online. So week 3, which is today, Thursday, March 19th, and next week when the eggs start to hatch, I will have these recordings for you so you can still learn along with it. What we have today, we are going to candle the eggs again to make sure the embryo inside is still growing, and we are going to prepare a home for the chicks and talk about what those needs look like when the chick is outside of an eggshell. So what we'll be looking for today is a dark shadow, a bigger, darker shadow. The air cell at the fat bottom will be bigger, and there'll be red pumping veins. And hopefully you'll be able to see some of it, of the red pumping veins, but you will see the dark shadow and the air cell at the fat bottom growing. So the eggs right now are getting a little lighter because that air cell is growing and less of the white albumin is taking its place in that eggshell. So there's more air, less liquid. What else? What do you guys remember from last week? Hopefully you remember doing this chart. We talked about what the difference was from a winner, which means an embryo is growing, a quitter, which means an embryo started but has died, or a yoker, and that means father rooster was never present with mother hen. Do you think we'll find any yokers today? Well, I hope not. I hope we caught them all last week when we candled for the first time. And do you remember what this is called that the engineers help build this for the scientists to see inside of an egg? If you said candler, that's correct. And again, it's just a flashlight and has that special design to help not break that egg. So it's very nice to it. Okay, so today is Thursday, March 19th. We started your eggs on March 4th, and my first visit to candle was March 9th. So if you grab your poster, then you're gonna help me count, okay? So March 4th is day 1. So March 4th, March 5th, March 6th, 7, 8, 9, and so I was there on day 6. March 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th. So today is day 16th. We looked at them on day 6. It's 10 days later, day 16. And what's happening on day 16 are the feathers cover complete body. The albumin, or that white, is nearly gone. Something else that's happening on day 15, the gut, those tummies are starting to draw into the abdominal cavity, or kind of like your belly button area. And an important question I get a lot is when chicks start hatching out next week, well, can the scientists help the chick out? It is very important not to help a chick out of its eggshell, because it is, when it's hatching, that abdominal, or the yolk sac is still drawing into that abdominal cavity. You'll see on day 20. And on day 21, it's still trying to get inside and get closed. And that's why you don't want to help it out, because it's still probably trying to heal. The other thing is they're building up their muscles so that when they're out of the eggshell, they can walk around, they can get to their water, they can get to their food without any problems. So that's why we don't help a chick out of its eggshell. Sometimes you'll notice that the chicks will start, but then they'll quit. And that happens. Chicks quit halfway out of an eggshell. And we'll chart that. All right, so are you scientists ready to candle your eggs? Good, me too. So I am going to turn off the light, and hopefully you'll see as much as, or almost as much as I can. We're going to start with a Farm A egg. Oh, let me get my hand. Oh, that is not the candler I want. There it is. Okay. I found that the light is duller on this, more dull, And so you can see inside better. Okay, farm A egg. Do you see that big shadow? It's so dark at the top. And I can see red pumping veins. And do you see how bright it is at the fat bottom? Well, that's that air cell growing. Oh, wow, there's some really good veins on this side. I don't know if you guys can see them or not. So scientists, is this a winner or a quitter? Now, I don't know if you remember, but a quitter will show one big pool of blood, or it'll be one big spot. And so far, the other two Central City classes have had at least one quitter, and they were able to break it open. So we'll see if we have one by the end of our candling. So winner or quitter? Winner. Very nice. All right, here we go. Here's a farm B. Wow. This is an extremely, wow, that is extremely dark. So it's very shadowed, and we can kind of see the fat bottom air cell there growing. So because we're not 100% sure what's going on, we're gonna go ahead and call it a winner and chart it as that, and we'll see if it hatches. Here is a farm B. This is a green egg. Oh yes, definitely a winner. I just seen some movement. And do you guys see the shadow moving? That's the embryo inside. It's dancing for us. I probably surprised it with the light. So that is definitely a winner from farm B. And we'll chart at the end, so don't worry if you don't want to keep up for now. Right, and the fat bottom has a nice air cell. All right, here is a farm. Oh, wow. Okay, so this is interesting because the shadow is not as dark as the other ones we've seen. Do you see how it's kind of, maybe if I move back. So see how it's dark at the top and then there's a big spot and then the air cell? Okay. So it might not be developing as quickly, but there's movement in there, so we know it's alive, and there's red veins, so we know it's alive. So we're definitely gonna call it a what? A winner, yes. We're gonna put it back in the incubator and hope for the best. But yeah, that shadow is not as big as some, oh, here I'm gonna move that, maybe you'll see it move. Shadow's not as big as some of the others we've seen, but it's thriving in there. It's doing good in there. It's moving. So that's cool. Okay. All right, here we go. Another farm A. Nice air cell at the fat bottom. And definitely a big shadow. See how the shadow is a lot darker in this egg than it was in the one we just seen. So I'd say it's a winner. Very good. All right. Now here's a farm B. All these farm Bs are pretty dark, huh? So we definitely have a nice bright, what at the fat bottom? Air cell. And definitely a big shadow. So what are we gonna call it? Winner. Very good. All right. Here's a farm A. Nice shadowing. Nice fat bottom air cell. And I just seen the chick move, or the embryo. Hopefully you guys can, yeah, do you see that? Okay, so right in here, look in there. That's where I've seen some movement. I don't know if it's a little wing or elbow or what it is, but something was bouncing around in there. All right. So winner, very good. Let's see. I gotta remember where okay, here's another farm A. Nice shadowing, red pumping veins, an air cell at the fat bottom. It is a what? Winner. Very good. All right. Here we have a brown farm B egg. Definitely a big shadow in there. And definitely an air cell at the fat bottom, so it's a what? Winner. Good job. All right. Here's a farm A. Very good shadowing. Nice air cell at the fat bottom. Hopefully you see some of the red veins. So what do we have in this egg? Winner. Very nice. Okay, we're doing great. Scientists, we're doing awesome. Oh, what farm do you think this egg's from? Yeah, farm B. Very dark shell. So we have a dark shadow. We have an air cell. What are we going to call it? Winner. All right. Okay, another farm B. All right, nice shadow. Means something's developing and growing inside. Healthy air cell at the bottom. What are we going to call this egg? Oh, there's a little movement. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it or not. But always look where the light and the dark meet. You can usually see a shadow moving. Oh, I think so. Oh yeah, look at that. Huh? Oops. All right, so we'll call it a winner, won't we? Okay. I lost my spot. I think we're on to this A here. All right. Nice shadowing. There's actually red veins or lines. Oh, and it just moved. Hope you caught that. Nice fat bottom air cell. What will we call this embryo? Winner. All right. All right, here's another one. Farm what? It's so dark. Farm B. Yes. Big healthy air cell. Dark shadow. I think it's a winner. Very good. All right. Just a few more. I hope I got all of them. I might have missed a line. Brown egg, farm B, healthy air cell, a lot of shadowing. What are we going to call it? Winner. Yes. Definitely a winner. All right, our last two eggs are going to be farm A. All right, what's going on in this egg? Definitely some nice shadowing. Nice healthy air cell. Red veins. Oh, I'm going to move. Is it moving in there? What are we going to call this one? Probably a winner. Good job. Okay, scientists. Last egg, farm A. Ooh, you guys have had all what? If this one is a winner? Yeah, that's awesome. If you want to see what a quitter looks like, maybe you could watch the end of Mrs. Teles's video or Mrs. McDiffit, because we broke open the quitter. All right, so yes, that is a winner. I'm pretty sure we got everyone. Okay, so now it is time to chart. So grab your two colors. And we are going to basically let this line is going to look the same because we have no quitters. Of course, we have no yolkers. So we have all 10 farm A eggs in there. So I'm going to take my farm A color. My farm A color was yellow. Just double checking. So we're gonna go 1 to 10 with our farm egg color. Like that, because we are on week 3, or it's my 3rd visit. That's why we're calling it week 3. And then we're gonna take our farm bee color, which my farm bee color is green, and we're going to color another 8 eggs, so 11 to 18 in our farm bee color. All right, see, this is how we're doing. 2 yolkers from week 2 and all 18 winners. So next week, once they start hatching, we will chart again. A last kind of couple thoughts before we enter into the weekend, and that is the embryo needs to be pretty still the last few days before it hatches so that it rotates its head towards that fat bottom air cell and gets in position so it can use that air and be able to use its egg tooth to break out of its shell. So the black Turner that is in your incubator, I will be removing it probably on Saturday. So then the eggs will no longer rotate. Something else I didn't mention was, do you remember how warm the incubator needs to be? 99.5, very good. So that's what your incubator is set at, and right before I unplugged it, it was 99.4, so it's doing great on temperature. What about humidity? Do you remember the percentage of humidity or moisture needs to be in the incubator? 45 to 55, okay? And that is when they're setting. So this weekend, I'm actually going to put a little bit more water in there for it to be 55 to 65 so that that membrane doesn't stick to the chick. And so it just can hatch out easier. Right now, your humidity is at 40%. So when I go plug it in, I'm going to add just a little more water so it gets up to 45 to 55. So I will hopefully see you guys again next week. Chicks will be hatching, hopefully live, and hopefully we'll be able to do some questions back and forth if you have any. So just write them down, and when we get that part figured out, we'll try to answer any questions you have. Thank you so much, scientists, and I will see you next week.